highly welcome. So guys, if you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Okay, after that, turn on the post notification bell so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you immediately. Okay, so now we are looking at a very nice image, and yes, what we are doing tonight, we are going to try as much as possible to spot at least four differences from the image I'll be showing you. That's the brain teaser for the day. This one is very amazing to participate in because it involves a handsome baby boy. Okay, the title says only the genius can find four differences, and I believe you are one of the geniuses out here. So let's go ahead, guys, participate. Don't forget to invite families, invite friends, invite anybody at all. Put them on the challenge to see how fast they will be able to spot all of them differences. Okay, so go ahead, guys, and participate. All right. Welcome, guys. What's up? How y'all doing tonight? A big shout out to every one of you. Shout out to friends and families in Africa. Shout out to friends and families in America. Shout out to friends and families in Asia. Shout out to friends and families in Europe and all over the world. I see a lot of you saying this is easy. That's awesome for real. That means this one is super easy because 90% of you all say it is easy. That's great. We are happy you could find this one easy. The next one won't be as cheap as this, trust me. Shout out to Pedro. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Presley Jackson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Hip Dang. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Bruce Keys 2014. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to invite friends and families to see if they can spot all differences in 30 seconds. Shout out to Cedric Arenta do Ravel. Alright, thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. You all are highly welcome. Alright, guys, you all are welcome. Shout out to Iron Man, thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Butterfly, you found six. Yeah, I told you guys already that whenever I ask you to find four differences, just know that there are way more than four. If you ask you to find two, know there are way more than two differences in that image. Okay. Shout out to Iron Man, thanks for joining us tonight. Okay. Shout out to Kandran, thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to LMKG, LMKG1, thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Rusty Penny 400, thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, you all are highly welcome. Don't forget to double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. This one was purposely made to be easy for everyone to have an amazing time. I can see we all are enjoying it, and that is our joy tonight. Don't forget to invite a friend, challenge them to see how fast they will be able to spot all differences. I want everyone to smile like the boy in the image. You have to be happy because life is good. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. A big shout out to every one of you. If you're a basketballer, go ahead, double tap on the screen. A big shout out to every one of you. Thanks for joining us, guys. If you're just tuning in tonight, you are not late. You are pretty much in time. All you have to do is to observe and spot as many differences as you can. Only the genius can find four differences, but trust me, there are way more than four differences in this image. Shout out to Helio Army Doparen Descos. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Emilia. You found six, right? That's amazing. Congratulations. Trust me, there are way more than four differences in the image. So go ahead, spot as many as you can. But only the genius can at least spot more than four of the differences, right? Let's get it, man. Don't forget to double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Latre Williams. Thanks for joining us tonight. His shorts, his socks, shoes. I'll go ahead and read the comment. Alright, there are so many differences you can find. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's truly amazing. I think it's very much important to observe the image properly. You might find more than that, anyways. Just go ahead, spot as many as you can. Shout out to Derek JR. Thanks for joining us tonight. Do well to double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Let me go ahead and pin these. You all are champions. If you can spot at least four, trust me, you're a champion. If you can spot one, you are amazing. If you can spot two, you are wonderful. If you can spot 3, you are smart. But if you can spot 4, you are a genius. And if you can spot more than 4, you are a master at this. Let us know in the comments how many differences you were able to spot. And also let us know if you think there are more than 4 differences in the image. Is this difficult? Let us know in the chat. If you think this is difficult, let us know in the chat. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Town Center Dental, Temecula. A big shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in tonight. There are way more differences there. There are more than 4 differences there. Go ahead guys and observe. Welcome friends, welcome family. How you all doing tonight guys? Only the genius can actually spot more than 4 differences. But a lot of you have proven that you are more than a genius. You spot up to 5, 6, 7, 8. That's amazing. Shout out to every one of you for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Damley. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Wesley Paulo Sonto. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Virginia Grido. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen. Shout out to Kandran. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for staying with us. You guys, if you want me to give you hints, do not hesitate. Comment hints and I'll give you hints. Shout out to Jesus is my Savior. Such an awesome name. Thanks for joining us tonight. Do well to double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. You found 9. That's awesome. Pretty much awesome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Don't forget to invite a friend, a family member, or a neighbor. Just put someone on the challenge to see if they can find more than 4 differences in 30 seconds. Go ahead, guys, double tap on the screen to give it thumbs up. Let us know if this is challenging. Also, shout out to Tanti Augustina. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you. Jesus is my Savior. Thank you for liking and subscribing. God bless you. Excuse me. All right. There you have it, guys. Please go ahead and participate. If you think this is difficult, drop a comment in the chat. Okay. I just got you pinned. Thanks for staying with us. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Welcome, friends and families. You all are highly welcome. Go ahead, guys, and also subscribe if you are not yet a subscriber. Yo, what up, people? How you all doing tonight? Thanks for joining us tonight and thanks for participating. Shout out to Antoniette Advincula. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Nelly Alfonso. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Jessica Bello. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget to invite a friend or a family member, put them on to see if they'll be able to spot as many differences as you were able to. Let's see if it will be easy for everyone. There are so many differences here, guys. You just have to look closely. Also, shout out to Ellen Dooney. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys, drop a comment and get a shout out immediately. Also, let us know if you think this is difficult or easy. Let us know in the chat if you think this is difficult or it's actually too easy. Shout out to Luis Chavez. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Ron UR. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let us know if you think this is too difficult and if you feel we should change it to a less difficult one or to a more difficult one. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Arerical Deron Kabajal. Thanks for joining us tonight. You all are highly welcome. So many people are sporting as much as 10, as much as 8, as much as 9, and as much as 7 differences. Okay. Shout out to Jessica Eduarda. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Go ahead, guys, and participate. Shout out to Dean the Creator. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Ednin Marmion. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. How difficult do you think this is? Let us know in the chat if you think this is easy. Go ahead, guys, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Little distraction. Thanks for joining us tonight. You all are highly welcome. Shout out to May Murphy. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for staying with us. Let us know in the comment where you are watching from. Shout out to May Murphy. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ken Balin Carvit. Thanks for joining us tonight. A big shout out to every one of you. Do well to participate and also invite a friend to see if they can spot all the differences. All right, guys. How you all doing tonight? Thank you so much for staying with us. Okay, guys, you need to pay attention even to the background, okay? Pay attention to every part of this image if you want to be able to spot to the marks of the differences. Shout out to Sophia Fuser. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to We at Sea. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Marion Allen. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Lona George. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, share the stream with families and friends so that they can equally participate. Let's go. All right. Shout out to Fabian Not. Shout out to Fabian Noche. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Keshushka. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ann Habi. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Mariana. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to every one of you. Shout out to Linda Rex. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Nicolasa. Double tap on the screen, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, shout out to Baba Piro. You all are highly welcome. We appreciate every one of you. Shout out to Vicky Mouse. Double tap on the screen, guys. If you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe. Yo, what's up, friends and families? You all are highly welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Do well to double tap on the screen to give a like. If you're joining us for the first time, a big shout out to you. Please go ahead and subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Shout out to Charlene. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ice Naz. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Zachary She. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Matthias. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to JC Cam. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ridge Wilson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Lisa Gomez. You are highly welcome and thank you so much for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. And if you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe. After subscribing, turn on the post notification so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you. Excuse me. Alright, guys, after subscribing, please go ahead, turn on the post notification bell. Just go ahead, ring the bell so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you to be with us immediately, guys. Shout out to Swag Tube Sisters. Wow, amazing. Thanks for joining us tonight. You found the differences on the jersey, on the shorts, on the socks, on the sneakers, and on the bracelet. That's an amazing observation. Beautiful one. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks for participating. Go ahead and invite friends and families to see if they'll be able to spot as many differences as you did. Let's know if you think this is difficult. If you think this is difficult, go ahead, drop a comment in the chat. And if you think this is easy, also let us know how easy you think this is. Also, if you're a basketballer, go ahead, double tap on the screen to like this image. If you think the boy in the image is pretty cute, go ahead, double tap on the screen. Shout out to the right. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Also, shout out to It's Me, Alexis. Thanks for joining us tonight. You said, Alexis said, first the top. Okay, the top of the jersey, then the bottom of the shorts, then the numbers, and then the shoes in those socks. Alright, you are very much correct. Okay, if you observe further, you may find even more differences. So only the genius can find 4 differences, and a lot of you have proven to be more than genius. Thanks for joining us tonight. Do well to invite a friend and challenge them to see if they can spot at least 4 differences tonight. Shout out to Fatima. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Jennifer Trembat. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Gregory Jokre. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to Stephen Roberts. We highly appreciate you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. A big shout out to you all. If you're just joining us now, you're highly welcome, and trust me, you're not late, because we still have a lot more time for everyone. We have a lot of time for everyone. Closely so that you'll be able to spot even more than 4 differences. Also, shout out to Kakizin Hinha. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Gay Blocks. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And also shout out to Yule in Yabril. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to you all. Shout out to you all. You guys are super amazing. Thanks for staying with us. Shout out to Joanne. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Modupe Comfort. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Techie Techasm. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen. Also, shout out to Giovanni Pacenza. A big shout out to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Observe closely. You can find as much differences as possible. If you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead, double tap on the screen. Shout out to Link Perez. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Lil Football. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, shout out to Kika Videos. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let us know in the comments how many differences you of the differences. And all of you have proven to be smart because everyone found up to 4 differences. That's very awesome. Shout out to Carol Lekadaron. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Joy Glean. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on your screen to give us a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, please go ahead and subscribe. Pay attention to all the details. You are going to find more differences if you pay closer attention to all the details in the video. Shout out to XWO. Thanks for joining us tonight. Alright guys, let us know in the comment where you are watching from. Shout out to Robin Kent. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Charlie. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also shout out to Krista Gordon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Krista Gordon. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please double tap on the screen to like the stream. Double tap on the screen to like the stream. Double tap on your screen to like the stream. Don't forget to invite friends and families. Put someone on the challenge to see if they can spot all differences. Shout out to Adam Herrera Arcio. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Helen Thomas. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also shout out to Estella X Plays. Thanks for joining us tonight. And also shout out to Elester Barrel. Thank you for tuning in tonight. All the way from Alabama. You're highly welcome. Shout out to Jane Steiner. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Also shout out to Christine Dube. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Charlie one more time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Guys, don't forget to double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. Also, shout out to Amber Pagan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Let us know in the comment how long it took you to spot the differences. How long did it take you to spot the differences? There you have it, guys. Let us know in the comment section how long did you take to spot 4 differences. Yo, what's up, friends? What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. You are highly welcome. In case you're joining us for the first time, please do us a favor and subscribe. Also, turn on the post notification so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you immediately. Shout out to Kimmy Clark. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Leah Hernandez. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Bryson Davis. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Armand. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Daily Carols. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to OG May. OG May. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Also, shout out to Papelota. You're highly welcome. Shout out to Joman Iman. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Also, shout out to Terra Esa Galado. Thanks for joining us tonight. And also, shout out to Name Valid. Please, no disrespectful comments. Name Valid. These have to be removed. Go ahead, guys. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. A very big shout out to every one of you. Thank you so much for participating and making this an awesome moment. Excuse me. Just in case you need a hint on how to spot the differences, go ahead, comment hints. Shout out to Patricia Kozicki. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen if you think the boy in the image is cute. Shout out to Yojimi Supakito. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Adela Tifikic Da. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment where you're watching from. A big shout out to every one of you. Go ahead, drop a comment and get shout out immediately. Shout out to Tiny Chloe. Tiny Chloe, you are highly welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Invite a friend, challenge them to see if they can spot all the differences. Also, shout out to Jose Diaz. Thanks for joining us tonight. Preppy Tarax, thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Comment down below if you think this is very easy. Guys, shout out to Montgomery Hinds. Thanks for staying with us. Please double tap to give a thumbs up. Also invite friends and families. Let them equally participate. If you think the boy in this picture is cute, give a thumbs up. Double tap to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Dorothy Williams. Dorothy Williams, thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. You are highly welcome. Please pay attention to all the changes, all the differences in the image, because there are way more than 4, as you can see. Also, shout out to John Ty Waters. Thanks for joining us tonight. And shout out to Azura Sabatina. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Yaha Life. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Rosine. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Maria Diaz. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Salj. I don't know. Thank you for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen, guys, to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Strawberry Horn. Thanks for joining us tonight. You all are highly welcome. Please don't forget to double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. And subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Also turn on the post notification bell so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you to join us immediately. There we go, guys. Does anyone want a hint? If you want a hint, go ahead and comment hint in the comment section. Alright, friends and families, let's know where you belong right now. What do you want? A hint, more time, or you found more than 4 already? Majority is gonna carry the vote. Shout out to Sharon Martin. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You said the laces and the logo and the logos on the shares, on his heads rather. Alright, you're very much correct. There are way more differences. Okay, there are way more differences. You just have to observe more, and trust me, you'll find even up to 6 differences. Don't forget, the essence of this brain teaser is to test your eyesight and your IQ. Go ahead and participate. Yo, what's up, people? What's up, friends and families? You all are highly welcome. Let us know how easy you think this is. If this is very easy for you, go ahead and let us know in the chat. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to invite your families and friends. Put them on to see how fast they'll be able to spot all differences. Shout out to Katseye Fan. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Amanda Hudson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to David Wishinia. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Kaylee Major. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to, shout out to William Bellamy. Thanks for staying with us and thanks for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Ocanaldo JP. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Shout out to Cut Off the Ashes Studio. Wow. Cut Off the Ashes Studio. We appreciate your presence. Go ahead, please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Shout out to April Strout. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Kisimat Bachabi. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Antonia Tau. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Pigatorbi. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Joelle Kalunga. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Let us know in the comment if you think this boy in the image is cute. Double tap if you think the boy in the image is cute. Shout out to Gunza. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Christine Kisson. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ude Kumavda. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Ketam. Shout out to Kristen Kisson. Okay, I said that already. Thank you so much, guys. A very big shout out to every one of you. Shout out to Kenzie Softball Fan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Shout out to Anthony Sanjuez. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Corey. Shout out to Myla Abdul. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys. Double tap on the screen. Shout out to Lily Bo. Also, shout out to Miss Fira Bata. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up, which means to like the stream. Don't forget to invite families and friends. Challenge them to see if they can all spot the differences like you did. Only the genius can find 4 differences, and you all found more than 4 differences. That's way more than awesome. Let us know in the comment if you need a hint on how to spot them differences. Shout out to Dr. Janil Barlow. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to Jumanjano. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate every one of you. Wow, that's amazing. You found nine of them, nine of the differences. That's super wonderful. I told you all there are so many differences there. You just have to search and observe. How many differences are you able to find? Let us know in the comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Are you watching from America? A big shout out to you. Are you watching from Africa? A big shout out to you. Are you watching from Asia? A big shout out to you. Are you watching from Europe? A big shout out to you. Wherever in the world you are watching from, a big shout out to you. Shout out to Joan David. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Let us know where you are watching from. Shout out to friends and families from Africa. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to friends and families from America. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to friends and families from Asia. Thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to friends and families from Europe. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You all are highly welcome. Please participate. You guys, we are getting deeper into the puzzle now. Some viewers have probably found most of the differences already, while others are still searching for a few more. That's perfectly fine, guys. Honestly, take a moment and look at the background as well. There are some differences there, okay? Many people focus on the main object, they don't care to look at the environment or the background. Sometimes a difference is hidden where you least expect it. Trust me, guys. Shout out to Noah Crawford. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Rena Elizabeth Gomez. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, guys. If you found all the differences, a big congratulations to you. But don't reveal them yet. You can just go ahead and let us know how many differences you found only. And let us know also how many minutes or what duration did you take before spotting all of the differences. Was it 30 seconds or 1 minute? Shout out to Leila Little. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Christine Bennett. Thank you for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Michael Clory. Thanks for joining us tonight. There you go, guys. How y'all doing tonight? How many people have you invited so far to spot the differences just like you did? A big shout out to every one of you guys. Shout out to Ben. Basketball. Double tap on the screen to like the basketball. Okay. There you go, guys. How many differences have you found? Shout out to Bawa Kids. You are highly welcome. Thanks for participating. Please double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. All right. Welcome, friends and families. A big shout out to you all. I hope you can smile just the way this boy in the image is smiling, as you are able to find so many differences. I want to believe everyone is smiling right now because this seems to be easy the way you all are sounding. Don't worry, the next one will be tough than this. We are going to try our best to make it tougher. Shout out to Sharon Schiffer. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Cecilia Dalagno. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Brandon Sanders. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Dylan Media. Thanks for joining us tonight. Please go ahead, subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Let's go. A very big shout out to you all. Shout out to Allah Elham. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thanks for your cooperation. All right, everyone. Welcome back to the challenge. If you are just coming, you are highly welcome. Take a good look at the two images on your screen because they are not exactly the same. Somewhere in these pictures, there are 5 or 7 differences waiting to be found. Now, here is the question: how many have you found already? Comment down below, how many have you found already? Drop it in the chat. How many differences have you found already? Comment down below, how many differences have you found already, guys? Excuse me, guys, even though there is no question mark, that is a question, guys. How many have you found so far? Let us know in the comment section. Shout out to Oriana Clear. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Joanne V. Thanks for joining us tonight. Wow, this is very amazing. This is super awesome and fantastic. A lot of you found 6 to 8. That was very unusual. I promise you the next one will be very tough. This is super amazing, guys. I like how everyone was able to spot many differences. Go ahead, guys. Leave a like by double tapping on the screen. Shout out to your favorite council. Thanks for joining us tonight. The handband, the sock, the sneaker, the numbers 23 and 24, and the logos. Those are the differences you found. Thank you so much for your contribution. We highly appreciate that. Okay, guys, I want everyone to slow down and really and start at the top, work your way down. Okay, compare each section carefully. Sometimes your eyes move too fast and skip over the exact thing you are looking for. Okay, observe the mouth. How many of you found differences in the mouth? Observe the head, observe the sneakers, literally everything, guys. Shout out to Basilova, thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Yuji Itadori, thanks for joining us tonight. You're highly welcome. Observe, including the background, you will see some differences there. If you have found at least one difference, that's a great one. That's a very good one. If you have found three, that's even better. If you have found more than four, that means you are a genius. Thank you for joining us. A big shout out to you all. Double tap on your screen to give a thumbs up. Shout out to Maria. Maria said it's easy. Of course, it is. But seriously, the next one will not be as easy as this. So do well to subscribe and turn on the post notification so that whenever we go live, you will get a notification to join us immediately to see if you'll be able to spot as many differences as you did on this one for the next image. Go ahead, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. A big shout out to every one of you. Thanks for joining us tonight. And those of you that say this is easy, I agree with you. If you say this is easy, I agree with you. Only smart people will know that this is easy. So you are indeed smart to find out that this is very, very easy, right? So you can invite your friends and families. Invite anyone, tell them to spot at least 5 differences to see if they'll be able to do that. Shout out to Evelyn Geisha, thanks for joining us tonight. And shout out to Philip Gibio, thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys, drop a comment and you will get a shout out. Shout out to Pulse Puppet, thanks for joining us tonight. I know it's easy, you all are screaming this already. But if you want to see the difficult ones, just make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification, and the difficult ones will be revealed to you in the next stream. The next stream. The next stream. If you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead. There you go, guys. Shout out to Nino. Nino, thanks for joining us tonight. A big shout out to you. Please go ahead and subscribe if you are not yet a subscriber. Also, shout out to Jacqueline Villa Boss. Thank you for joining us tonight and thanks for participating. Also, shout out to Michelle. Thank you for joining us tonight. Go ahead and double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Comment below where you're watching from. There you go, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Go ahead and represent your continent. If yours is not mentioned here, please go ahead and comment down. A big shout out to you. Big love to friends and families from Asia. Big love to friends and families from America. Big love to friends and family from Europe. Big love to friends and family from Africa. All a round of applause from our hearts to you all. Thanks for participating. Shout out to Ariana Geisha. Alright, a big shout out to you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. There you go, guys. Seems this is very easy. The next one will be very tough. I'm very proud of every one of you that was able to spot the differences. Yo, welcome back, guys. Welcome back, guys. A very big shout out to every one of you.
welcome back to the stream. A big shout out to every one of you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys, double tap to give a thumbs up. You all are highly welcome. Shout out to David Lin. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Jetta OG. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Audrey Chavez. Thanks for joining us tonight. Guys, you all are highly welcome back. Double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. Just in case you need a hint on how to spot the differences, go ahead and comment hints. Let us know where you're watching from. Shout out to friends and families from Africa. Shout out to friends and families from America. Shout out to friends and families from Europe. Shout out to friends and families from Asia. You all are highly welcome. There you go, guys. Double tap on the screen if you play basketball. You have to observe every angle in the image. For you not to miss any of the differences, you have to observe every angle, guys. Observe the kit, observe the ball, observe the hairstyle, and observe the shoes as well. Observe the band. Shout out to Jennifer. You're welcome back, people. A big shout out to everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Donutami. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shout out to Mama. Thanks for joining us tonight. Also, shout out to Vet Yeomans. Thanks for joining us tonight. Go ahead, guys, double tap on the screen to give a thumbs up. And if you're joining us for the first time, please go ahead and subscribe. Let's go.
Yo guys, a very big shout out to every one of you. You all have been super amazing. Thank you so much for staying with us. We appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to you wherever you're watching us from. Thanks for staying with us. Double tap on the screen, please, to give a thumbs up. Yo guys, very big shout out to every one of you. Today's stream seems to be very easy for every one of you, and that's a very good one. Sometimes life is supposed to be easy, even though sometimes life is tough. But this today's stream is super amazing. Everyone was really smiling because all differences were so clean and obvious. So the next one is definitely going to be a bit tough than this one, trust me. So I will urge you all to please go ahead, subscribe to see the tougher version of this one. Subscribe and turn on your post notification so that whenever we go live, YouTube will notify you immediately. Okay. With that being said, thank you for staying with us. See you all in the next stream and bye for now.